Morning, everyone. You should be able to hear me. I just got to pop out this chat. Give me a sec. Running 1 minute behind because I had to re-authenticate because I did a couple things here on the weekend. How the heck do I make this? Oop. Hopefully you could hear me. I didn't test my mic, but we should be good. Okay, there we go. John Jackson, how's it going? Dan, I know you can't make it, but that's great. Happy Father's Day to you as well. Frederick from Central Texas. We are starting earlier today because I am going out with my dad. So this stream won't be overly long today. Eric, good morning. Frederick already hit the like button. That's great. Let's see. Hope your Father's Day is going great. Well, I am a father to two little cats. Fast Husky, how's it going? Kim, Arden, Ali, Cyberdog, how's it going? Good morning. Steve. Alex, good morning. How's it going? I saw that your podcast hit something, I don't even know what the heck you call it, on Apple Music, so that's great. Or not Apple Music, the Apple, you know what, ping me, maybe let me post it. Let me find it. If you don't know who Alex is, he does a bunch of podcasts and doing the Ubiquity News once a month. He had Willie on there. I think he just had Evan McCann on there. I was trying to find where the heck it is, because I don't think you could post the link in here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. So this is to Alex's podcast, if you guys want to check it out. I think that will work. Where are we going here? 716 Pyro, how's it going? Matt, good morning. Daniel, Tim, good morning. PP300, how's it going? Must be late for you right now. We were up pretty late last night because we went to this thing. Let me show you guys. The Bubble. It's called The Bubble. Let's go to the website. Hopefully it doesn't have any music playing, and I think it does, so we're not going to go to that website. But this is what it was. It was like a bouncy castle for adults. It was pretty cool. I mean, kids could go there too, but you realize how out of shape you are after a few minutes of jumping on this. So I'm going to have to start doing a little bit more cardio, but it was a good time. But I was up pretty late. Happy Father's Day to the dads, yes, and to the cat dads. Oh, that's the UI chat one. Is that the one I posted? The one I posted wasn't your UI chat one. It was the one whatever you hit on, like the Apple. I think that's your car one. Charging status. Oh, here we go. UI chat. I didn't even follow that. There we go. Okay, so this one's UI chat. So he had Willie on the first episode and then Evan McCann. The second episode, they both were great. They were awesome. Oh, I see. Hold on a sec. You just messaged me? Oh, there we go. Did I get that one? Let me see. Give me a second here. Oh, that was charging. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I keep pasting the same thing. There we go. There we go. That's the one you're going to want. Okay, so let's see. Rich afternoon. How's it going? Cornel, how's it going? Hi, Guy. I'm new here. What's going on? Happy Father's Day to all. Today, we're just kind of talking about a few things. We're not going to be overly long on the stream because I got to go out with my dad shortly. But we're just going to talk about a couple things that were in the description, and we're going to go from there. Christopher, how's it going? Good morning. Mark, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. Morning from the Netherlands. When will you create the new complete 2023? Yeah, that's a difficult one because a lot of people, or not a lot of people, it takes a lot of time because I have to take down my network. And right now I'm waiting for a new release for UniFi. Let's go here. I'm waiting for release 3.1 before I do anything because 3.1 brings a bunch of extra features that I want to put in. Let's see, where did I put that? Let's see. Okay, so this is the comment that I put here. Happy Friday, everyone. It is that time of year again where I'm going to make an updated, UniFi 2023. 15 people commented. So let's read through a couple of these, what they wanted to see. So somebody wanted to see site-to-site VPN, which that's kind of why I'm waiting till 3.1, because there's a nice way to do it. I can't talk about that right now, but then somebody said VPN point-to-point and client-to-site, UID integration for SMB. I'm probably not going to put UID within the 2023 because UID is like a completely different platform pretty much. How to allow MDNS? Yes, we'll do that. VLANs and guest networks, that's pretty straightforward. Add detailed tutorial about Wi-Fi optimization settings. We could do that. Wi-Fi optimization, firewall rules. So with firewall rules, they're trying to get you more towards traffic management now. So I guess I could talk about the pros and cons. I still like doing firewall rules because I'm so used to it. The threat management is easier for people to understand though. Mark, good morning. Robson, good morning. Morning from Boston. Can you use external? You cannot. No, you cannot. There's been talks of a UniFi NAS type thing. They do have it. They do have it somewhere. Where the heck were they showing that? I forget what it was under. They had a picture and they were showing a UNAS. I don't remember which gear it was under though. Maybe it was a console. Deployment. No. If anybody knows, like it was like one of these pictures here, and then they had this like little, which looked like a NAS. We're just speculating. So anyway. Bruce, good morning. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Kevin, good morning. How's it going? Add VLAN for voice on the next series. Yes, I could do that. That's pretty easy. I don't know, but like when 7.5, yeah, I guess we should probably wait till the newest OS version releases and then the network version. The issue with, I don't know if it's an issue with Ubiquiti, but they release so many firmware and then the interface changes and then people don't know where to click. UID is more commercial, but I use UID quite a bit, and I would like to, I like to do more videos on it, but I don't think a ton of people are interested. Like on Tuesday, we're setting up a Azure AD towards UID to use as their single sign-on, so that's pretty cool. You used UID at your old job, was good, yeah. Oh, it was the FlexXG. Flex. Is this? I don't know. They call it Flex 10 gigabit. Flex 10 GB. Why do they keep switching the names? Yeah, so right here, you could see that. Right? My face is probably in the way a little bit. Whatever that is, which hasn't been announced, but hopefully it's coming. It has the little U logo on top. It's very hard to see because it's all, you know, white, but let's see. I'm really happy for UniFi to come out with a NAS. I think it would be great. Synology does have the NAS market, and I do like it, but I love Ubiquiti. So anything new Ubiquiti releases, I'm all game for. I was thinking in the past, and I think Willie mentioned it and a couple other people's, it would be nice if like Ubiquiti partnered up with Synology and they, you know, they OEM'd a NAS or something like that. Yeah, voice VLAN, we'll do that. Why does the UDMSE don't reconnect to WAN when the connection is lost by power loss or just removing the it should reconnect. I mean, mine always reconnects. Neo Matrix, good morning from BC. I've never been to BC. I probably should be. Should go there. Yeah, the UID is a little pricey if you're looking into like they switch their whole model, and we'll talk about that in the morning. I think I see Chantel in here. Chantel says, good morning, happy Father's Day. Remember to hit the like button. Yes, we have, what, 65 people here, 13 likes. Yeah, so they changed their pricing model. So you can see here, their basic plan, up to 5 users. So that, the basic plan used to be 50 users. And if you were grandfathered in before this change, you still have those 50 users. And then it says nothing about doors. Before, you only could have 50 users and 3 doors. So now it's unlimited doors, which is great. But if you're over 5 users, you're paying $4.50 a month per user per month. Is it worth it? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Like for me, I don't know. I have a couple customers who are quite fine with that price. Because if they'd be going with some other solution, they'd be paying around that as well. I don't know if they'd add it to, see, here's the thing. I wouldn't want my NAS, like my video storage, even though, I mean, people do it with their Synology. If you're using your NAS, use it as a NAS. Don't use it as a surveillance station or whatever, and your file server or whatever else you're doing with it. Let's see. You're one of my favorite couples. Awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, so it's still free in Canada. I think this only applies to the US right now. I don't know. I don't know why it's only towards the US. You could probably email their support. Like down at the bottom, you could request different packages and stuff. I did a video on, what the heck was it called? UID layout. That's where you do the map on your floor and stuff like that. So I requested that. You could probably do that in the States and, like, you know, see if you could get a 3-month trial or something like that. Peter, how's it going? From Norway. Yeah, Kim, I can't, this one, and this is the thing about EA, and I think the hookup mentioned it too. He's like, I'm glad the EA store is gone because now people are going to stop saying we can't talk about it, but that's still in EA, so I can't talk about it. That's because that's software. But I do know what you mean. I think they're going to be adding, more integration soon. I mean, it's a work in progress always. What will cost? Well, we don't know about the cost of the UNAS because it hasn't even been officially announced. Advanced Systems, how's it going? What else was it? What am I talking about today? TP-Link, and they did not send this to me. I am just going to buy everything from now on if I want to review TP-Link stuff, because every time they send me things, they want me to send it back, and it's just a pain in the butt. And I did request to them, if they want to send me stuff, I get to keep it. And I don't think they really like that, even though they send a bunch of other people stuff. So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to buy it. It's not overly pricey. Let me just sign out of my Amazon account. Actually, before I do that, I want to grab the link for the new thing that I bought. Returns and orders. Okay, there we go. Crap. I guess I could always just go incognito. Amazon.ca. Oh, shoot. Okay. So this is what I bought. It's a... Move my face a bit. This camera's a little... There we go. So this is a TP-Link Omada 3-in-1 gigabit VPN router ER7212RC embedded Omada controller integrated PoE switch, multi-WAN and load balancing, fanless and lightning protection. Whew, that was a lot to say. So this, yeah, I think it has 8 PoE ports. I haven't even plugged it in yet, but then they have 2 1 gigabit SFP ports. So what this would be competing against, it's not the UDM Pro. I put that in like a TikTok or something like that. This would be competing against, like, on par with the UDM base model, because you can only run network. I think TP-Link does have like a camera system, but it's not all integrated. So, I mean, this is $300. How much is the $300 Canadian, mind you? Okay, we're in Canada. The UDM is $400, so it's $100 cheaper already off the bat. The one thing also it doesn't have integrated is Wi-Fi, so you'd have to buy a Wi-Fi access point with this. Either way, I thought it would be something cool to test out. I haven't done a TP-Link video in a while, so I think it's going to be interesting for, you know, people who want to save a bit of money and they want to have like a software-defined network interface and all that type stuff. I don't actually, I'm not an expert in Windows Server, so I usually send that out to somebody else. I mean, we still end up doing our firewall rules and everything like that. That's on platforms like Hostify. So I do use Hostify, and I think they're great. They, how do I say this? They give me free servers, so I don't pay for Hostify. I was for a while, and then I think Riley refunded like all 9 months or something that I was paying for. So that's great. And so I'm a little bit biased. Like, I get it for free, but I think Hostify it's a great service if you're a managed service provider, instead of, you know, putting in single controllers everywhere. Do you think UI will ever? I'm not too sure. I don't do too much UNMS stuff. I think Hostify does though. Oh yeah. Do you know if their access points are easily managed from the same interface as the unit? So well, it's like Ubiquiti, right? It's all built into their controller. So once you adopt it into their controller, that's how you're controlling it. I mean, it's the exact same. It looks identical to Ubiquiti. You have to type in the UDM, right? So here, so you have to search for it. UDM. It doesn't show under UniFi OS consoles anymore because they're probably trying to phase it out. Like the price difference is crazy. $266 for the UDR, $400 for the UDM. You host UISP and they host the Omada. They host so I did a video on Omada Cloud. I wonder if they ever changed their prices on that. It was ridiculously expensive. Oh, crap. I don't want to sign in. Cloud prices. I don't even know where they would have it. It was like $5 per month per endpoint, and I'm like, what? This doesn't even make sense. Like, it's gonna end up costing you hundreds of bucks to run your network when you could just buy an OC200. I don't know where it is, but I did a video on it a while ago, and I told them you have to restructure how you're doing your cloud service, or no one's gonna buy it. Well, now Hostify does it, so just go buy it there. I mean, Hostify could be expensive depending on what your needs are. Like, if you're a home user, you're not ever gonna go get Hostify. I mean, maybe you will. I don't know. I wouldn't pay it, but if I'm an MSP managing multiple people, yeah, absolutely. The thing with me, we deploy more UDMSEs than we do UXGs or, you know, other brand of firewall. If someone I know is thinking about that kind of solution, I'll recommend it. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. The TP-Link stuff isn't bad. I haven't put it into business. We have done a couple houses though. Yeah, Omada is per device, and I think it was like something like $5. And I told my contact at TP-Link, I'm like, you got to redo this. I switched my company over from a local hosted UniFi instance to Hostify, change over 40. Yeah, it's great. Well, and their support's really good too. You have 10 sites. Ooh, you're going to be pushing your cloud key. I don't know how much those cloud keys could handle. I guess it will probably tell you here. What is it again? Calculator.ui.com. I mean, I guess they could hold quite a bit. Say 40 access points. I wish they put in switches into this mix. Like under the calculator, they put in switches and other things. Because that, I mean, that's obviously going to use up some of your resources. What else was I going to talk about today? Yimo, thank you very much. Okay, so TP-Link, on-site job. Okay, so let's talk about that. Did I bring a picture up? On-site job. How do I look at this? I think I had it on Twitter. I just want to make sure my DMs don't pop up. And, oh, sound's probably going to play too, so I got to turn my speaker down or it's going to be super loud. Did I post it on Twitter? Oh, look at this. This was baby Mocha. Somebody was saying, still installing fresh 5th gen systems. We're not. This is just a very old picture. Mocha does not look like that anymore. Okay, so here we go. It was an old telephone room. There was about 200. Here, I'm going to pause it and then we'll widescreen it. So this is that upcoming job. I just did the video with the Unified Design Center, and yes, I did double up the walls by accident. I probably shouldn't have done that. I was in a rush. Anyway, it's all good. We'll validate our design after. But this is the network room that we're going to be working in. So before on this, it's a full floor, and it used to be like a banking, or I think it might have, yeah, I think it was a banking place, like financial stuff. So what happens when you're running financial systems? What they do, they rip out all their infrastructure, including the cabling. So they had I don't know, 24, 48. They had about 200 cables in there and they chopped everything out. But they left this rack. So I was thinking, you know what? Instead of putting an 8U at the back, because they're not going to have a ton of gear, why don't we just use this? I think it's an RF moat rack, and they have vertical and horizontal managers. Not that we're going to use the managers, but if they do have a server that they want to use, we could. So let's play the video. So this is the network room that we're going to be using. It was an old telephone room. There was about 200 cables that they chopped out. They did leave this existing rack with a couple cable managers. I was thinking about putting an 8U on the back. Pretty much what I just said. Maybe we will just use this rack because we're going to have a couple switches. So my idea is, you know, we're going to rip out all these patch panels. I think they're just old 110. We're not going to use any of that. I'll end up getting vertical cable, patch panels with the cable management arms on it. We'll use 6-inch patch cables. We'll end up putting our 48 port Pro. The other thing with that 8U rack that I was thinking, the 48 port Pro PoE switch is long and it wouldn't even fit in that rack. I ran into that issue before. I'm like, oh crap, we gotta buy a different rack. Oh, at each site you have a cloud key. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, so that's fine. That's a different story. Firewall and port forwarding is not the same thing. Maybe I'll mention that in my new video. Yeah, we'll talk about EA. I only have about 20 minutes left before I gotta go see my dad. We'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, it still fits. We're just gonna wipe it up because it's a little dusty in there. There's construction. We're not gonna end up placing any of the gear until the construction's done. My brother and I went there yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. And anyway, we bought the wrong J-hooks. The J-hooks that we need, it needs to go up into the ceiling in concrete. J-hooks are bloody expensive now. I bought 50 J-hooks. They were $522. So it was like $10 at least for one J-hook. I only charged $300. So now I'm at a loss for J-hooks, but I didn't realize the price went up that much. Safwan, how's it going? Good to see you. We got 2 people from Hostify. Yeah, I mean, so I put on the invoice or whatever. Those 8U racks, they're only like $200. So we'll just take that $200 off and we'll just use the existing rack. Which brand multimedia for RJ45 to fiber? I have no idea. Maybe somebody in chat does. Jeff, how's it going? Okay, so we're going to talk about EA. I mean, there's not much to talk about it. I did that video on the EA store. Ubiquity's just saying after much consideration, valuation, we're going to end the program, pretty much all that. The one thing they did say, the one thing about this, the EA people would provide feedback, but a lot of people were just buying EA gear, one, to get it at a cheaper cost, because it always was cheaper. Typically, I mean, when the UDR came out, it was $70 or $79 on the EA store. Now it's $200, something like that. Another reason a lot of people didn't provide feedback, and that's what the EA store is for you to test out the gear and then provide feedback. Do I really care about it? Not really, because it was extremely hard to get gear from early access, and we couldn't even do videos on it. I'd test it out, I'd give feedback through like my email chains and stuff like that. I don't really care. I just hope that their quality of products goes up. I mean, that's all I could hope for. And what else did they say? Since external feedback for upcoming projects is still an important part of developing, we will be reevaluating how we release. So this to me seems like they probably will have some sort of program that people need to sign up for. They need to give feedback into devices. You could assume that content creators are still going to get gear like this. I would, ones that are actually providing feedback back to Ubiquity on the gear. I know a lot of people probably aren't super happy about it because they're losing the cost. Charles, how's it going? Happy Father's Day to you. Hope you and the family are doing well. FS Fiber to RJ45. Yep, maybe. Great job on the video. I did a 2 network, 2 site setup with your video. Awesome. One site with the UDM Pro and the other with the Cloud Key and the Gateway Pro. We don't use the Gateway Pros a lot. Whoops. For some reason, that's not loaded. Okay, so we talked about that. Q&A. Okay, so we got Q&A. Ask me some questions. I thought I was going to talk about something else, though. Where the heck is my thumbnail here? Let's see. I keep finding Ubiquiti gear in the wild. This was at the, I think it's called the beer market or beer town or something like that. Is it the best place for an access point? Probably not with all that metal, but I mean, at least the radiation pattern's going down. So you see that a lot in restaurants. Like they put it right. Oh, this was funny. Well, kind of. It was kind of scary at the same time. So the other day I was downstairs, I was napping or something, and I thought I heard Mocha, you know, get sick. So I looked up and I see this lump on the ground. What the heck is that? So I turned my flashlight on my phone. It's a friggin' frog, or it's a toad. So she ended up bringing a toad from the catio, running inside and dropping it on the floor. The problem with that, toads, they'll release like something to make it taste better. And so Mocha started foaming from the mouth and she's running around. So I had to call the vet. Luckily she was okay, but this is a bit of a video. You'd see her like all happy with the frog running up the stairs. Yeah, she thinks she's just going to bring it to me, and luckily the toad wasn't hurt. It's released. I haven't seen, well, we saw it one more time. Hopefully it leaves, because we don't want Mocha hurting anything, or for her to get hurt either. UniFi for hotel, I wish I could have done a video for it. So we did this hotel. It wasn't a massive hotel. I think we only had like 20 APs or something. But usually what we would do for hotels, we would end up putting, where the heck are they? We would end up putting these in, like the in walls, in every room or every other room, and put it at low power. But the client didn't have that much, their budget for this project wasn't that much, so they wanted it in the hallways. The hallways are very tricky because in hotels, it's all cement. So you're putting it in the hallways. All your rooms are behind another cement wall. So the signal is not going to be amazing when you get, to the back of the room. But anyway, it worked out. It seems to be okay. I'd love to do some more hotels for sure. The cats are so adorable. Yeah, except when they get into trouble. And then, I don't know how I could share this. How could I share this? Let's see. So the other night, Chantel asked me, are both cats in? Because sometimes we let them in the garage. And I said, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see both of them. I didn't see both of them. So we ended up locking Nilly in the garage by accident all night long. Let's see if I could find a video of her. Oh, it's so sad. Let's see. Detections. What day is it today? Oh my God. Oh my Lord. That is just so sad. Let's click there. Go here. So you could see her just walking on top of Chantel. This is at like what, 3:30 in the morning. So she's trying to find a way to get in. Poor thing. She was fine. I mean, it's warm in our garage, luckily. But she's never crawled on top of her car, so next time we're gonna really check to make sure that she's good. Can't stand using Wi-Fi's hotel. I mean, a lot of the times the hotel Wi-Fi isn't that good. We just stayed near my mom's in a hotel, and it was actually surprisingly decent. I designed a little U6 mesh wall plate mount. Great because it's omnidirectional. Can be in the wall. Nice. Yeah, hotels are something. I mean, if you design it right, could be a lot of fun. And if the client has the budget to properly do it. Robert, how's it going? Why so much wall on that camera? Which one? On the left? Well, I don't really care about seeing the right. I mean, that was my garage. Is there a way to make the high definition? I wish there was a way. I don't think there is. You know what? That's something that we should bring up to Ubiquiti. Because I hate going... I'm always wanting to see it in, the full to its best capacity, right? Richard, thank you. Coconut Gamer, how's it going? Yeah, so that was funny and sad at the same time. I was pretty scared. I was supposed to do a consultation. I had to cancel it. I called the vet. I said, we need to have like an emergency, whatever. They said, you know what, just wait. If she's still kind of foaming at the mouth, then bring her in. Ubiquiti did send me this stuff, which I can't talk about quite yet. So we got a couple new things here. I already have, the only thing actually here that I don't have is this, the UDR. I forget what I did with it. Oh, I gave it to my mom. Let's see what else is new on my Twitter feed. The Synology stuff, the firewall rules, it was good. I like doing it, but the videos don't do so well because one, it's not Ubiquiti. The problem with hotels, they don't disable or configure the ports on the in-wall. Yes, that is true. And you can connect a main cable on the main network. I found one in Jamaica that way. Oh, wow. Probably the entirety. Well, I am in Jamaica in like a month, maybe? I don't think they ditched it, did they? I think you could still see it. Where the heck am I going? I have too many tabs open here. Oh. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Unless they don't have it. No, they must have. Yeah, maybe they did. So one thing that I'm not liking about this store right now. Let's go back to Canada. Okay. So you see how we have the cloud console. They're showing us that we have the cloud console, but we do not have the cloud console. You could view it. It will bring up your unifi.ui.com. You could purchase the cloud console, or it will tell you, but it's not available in Canada. It's only available in the United States, which really, I mean, they need to have things on each separate store that's actually coming to that location. Because if this really isn't coming, why do you have it on your storefront? Oh yeah, well EA is gone. EA is gone, but they were pushing out some devices like that were sitting in EA, and they pushed it to GA. They kind of like fast streamed it. One other thing that I wanted to talk about, which I kind of forgot, and I think Ubiquiti's sending me this. So they have a new G2 starter kit professional, and the hubs look different. I wish it wouldn't do that. I want to zoom in. So this one comes with the UniFi door access, which the door access hub is different, and we'll talk about that. The Access Reader G2 Professional, which is great. I did a review on it. The Access Reader G2 for the door, which I haven't used this smaller one. And then they give you 2 pocket key fobs. I wish they kind of gave you like 10. Because like, what are you going to do with 2 pocket key fobs? But yeah, no, these are, I like these designs a lot better than their original. I don't know if I could zoom in here. How the heck can I zoom in? Oh, I guess I could just zoom in. There we go. Where did I see it? I posted a picture somewhere, maybe deployment. So they have additional, maybe it's an installation guide. Okay, so here they have additional Ethernet ports on the top. So we have our power in, which is normal. Is that a second door or a different? Oh, so then we have our 2 readers. So we have our, you know, our entry and exit reader, whatever. That's normal. But then they have 2 positions for cameras. So now you could have 2 cameras running off these hubs. I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. I rarely install cameras off the hubs anyway. But yeah, it just gives you a bit more capacity. The other thing that they added to it, I think, was a fire relay or like an emergency exit relay. Where the heck did they put it? So you have your door position switch, which is cool, and then you have this emergency right here. So that emergency will end up tying into some sort of fire panel. Yeah, right there. They show you there. You got your normally closed and then your comm. Going into the fire panel, if the fire thing trips, then the doors will all open. Or they'll disengage the electric strikes. Well, yeah, so the old OG Pros were kind of weird. Yeah, so what the heck was that called again? That was like something that you wore around your neck and it recorded stuff. I forget what it was called, but it was an interesting device. They had major issues with screen tearing with it, so I think that's where they went with the new design. But you could do this one. So they have a couple different flavors of this, and this is Canadian pricing, so US pricing is going to be a lot different. But then you have the G2 starter kit, so you get just one of the non-video recorder ones for a lot cheaper, and then you just get, you know, UniFi access cards. Oh, they're only giving you 10 cards? What? That's weird. Why are they limiting the cards? Unless they're really trying to force people to use UID, which maybe they are because it's a paid system. Yeah, I forget what the name of that was. What the heck was it? I don't know. I remember seeing it though. So yeah, I'm only going to be on here maybe 5 more minutes, and I am going to get lunch. So if you have any outstanding questions this week for videos, will be the Omada for sure. No, I can't start that. Crap. I was going to say I'm going to start the UniFi one. Probably not. I'll probably end up doing another video on NetAlly. And I always say NetAlly. I said in my last video, and it's NetAlly. I got to stop doing that. They just came out with this really cool cyberscope. It looks exactly like the other stuff, but you could do Nmap and a bunch of other things on it, which is cool. This is the one they sent me, the G3 Pro, which is awesome. I love it. So yeah, this is what we'll be doing to validate that design that I did in the upcoming build. Ryan, good morning. How's it going? Are the door strikes fails open or fail safe or fail secure? So it depends. So most door strikes, the Ubiquiti ones, you could do it fail safe or fail secure. All it is a little screw in the back, and you just turn it one way or the other. Richard, that is exactly, so that originally when I was looking at this new, where the heck to go? This new design, I got all excited. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to be able to run 2 doors off it. And then I looked and it's 2 cameras. It's like crap. Because that would have really made the price point like amazing on these door controllers. So you have 2 doors running off of one, but yeah, either way, we couldn't get that lucky. How many PoE output ports? There would only be 1 PoE output, and I think you would have to have PoE++ maybe? Let's look. PoE plus input required for a single PoE port. Okay, so you need a PoE plus, which shouldn't be most switches support PoE plus. Yeah, I mean I don't find this super expensive. $801 for the Access starter kit. I don't find that crazy expensive because you're getting that new G2 reader, which is with the camera, which is awesome. They did it. I forget what the compliance is, ADA compliance or something. Where you have to have it at, I forget what the inches is, say 48 inches, you have to have it on the door so it's accessible to people. But now it shows you the full video of people's face. The old reader, like I showed in the video, just showed your chest. I'm learning a lot from your channel. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I did see the Cloud Key Enterprise, yeah, but I think people were saying that's gone now. And it's very expensive. And maybe that's what Ryan Sharp... Oh, you're talking about NetAlly. I don't think it's that expensive, to be honest with you. For professional Wi-Fi testing tools, this isn't that bad. So I think it was about $6 grand for this that they sent me. 6,000 US, mind you. But when you look at something like Ekawa, which are one of the other leading design tools, I think this is like $15,000 or $20,000. Ekawa does feature a lot of cool things. So like in their programming, you could do like auto AI channel assignment to show you what the best channels would be for, you know, after you do your heat map and your validation. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if NetAlly does that. John, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you if you're a father or you know, an animal father or whichever. Oh crap! I wonder if we could talk about that quickly. No, I gotta go. Yeah. So the Euro, who tagged me in it? I think it was Evan. Evan McCann. Their new line came out, like their business line. Oh, maybe it's right here. Yeah, so this new Get Euro gateway, they have a gateway, they have a like Wi-Fi 6 AP. Evan got it all, which I'm very upset. I'm not upset. I'm glad he got it, but I want to try it out because it looks like a decent thing to try out. What else did I want to talk about quickly? I'm running out of time now. Crap. Who did a video on it? I think it was Chris. Oh, Alta Labs? Alta? Is it Alta Labs? I forget what they're called. Okay. So this Alta, they reached out to me months ago and I thought it was a phishing email, so I never responded. I get a lot of emails for new products and stuff like that, and just kind of how the wording was. I think they said like in their initial email, this is going to kill UniFi, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, this sounds like, and then they posted links in the email. I'm like, put it in my spam. I'm not even going to look at it. Anyway, I started seeing a lot of content creators. So, you know, Crosstalk Solutions obviously did the video. Lawrence Systems did. And then there's some other people. I forget who else. So I reached back out to them. I am interested in trying it. It's probably not a UniFi killer, I could tell you that, but it's always good to have some sort of competition. And I'm interested to see how their switches work. The downfall of this, which everybody said it's cloud only. So like I would never install this into customers with the cloud only support. They have to have some sort of local controller or cloud key or whatever. Yes, the front row, that's what it is. Yes. Switch from Euro to UniFi, Euro, whatever. Use 2020. I can't connect to the internet after computer sleep. That's weird. I'm not too sure on that, and I don't have time to troubleshoot right now. The cigar, I think they do have it. Yeah. I mean, that cable tester might be a little bit expensive. If you're just like this, oh, you're talking about this maybe? I haven't tried that one out. Jack, how's it going? Is controller running on that PC? I'm not sure. Yeah, Chris did a video on it. His video was good. He did a good overview. They did have a couple cool things, like the separate passwords to get into a different network and stuff like that. I mean, that's not new. That's always been around, but I do like the design. Like, if you're looking at like a TP-Link or you're looking at a Omada, or not, that's the same company. Ingenious switch. These I way prefer the design, and I do like the logo of it. So they have Bluetooth, which I would assume that's being used for adoption process. I wish we had UniFi Cloud too, but I mean, I use Hostify. It's the same thing, and Hostify does the updates for me. So I think they did, yeah, with the 3-pack, but I haven't got one yet. But on that note, I need to jump off because I'm going to be late to meet my dad for lunch. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Watch out for some videos this week. If, you know, spend time with your family. I know in the States you have a long weekend. So anyway, have a good weekend, and we will talk next weekend. Take care.